Hey, hi, sorry, I was a little, stuff happened. I got distracted. I was not prepared to start at the normal time, but I'm here. We're starting at the normal time. I'm just a little frazzled. And of course I didn't turn off energy save. Hang on, let me... Okay, let's load the save. So we finished exploring whatever the village is called, and we are moving on back to trial. Yes. Okay, June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. Let me just scooch a little. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Aw, hey Maya. Nick? Yeah. Did you know that Von Karma's daughter's only 18? Just like me. Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. I wouldn't say she's grown up. She's not a particularly mature person. She uses violence instead of words to make her point. That's not very mature. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Did my camera go smaller? Did I turn my camera down one step? Hang on, let me check real quick. I feel like my camera is smaller than it used to be. Camera video settings. No, still medium. How big is large? Oh, large is very big. Oh yeah, no. Definitely correct. Sorry about that. Hi. So large is all the way up to like here. And it would block the text. Well, I wouldn't be sitting all the way. I'd be sitting. Anyway. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah. That's right, Pearly. Hi! Congratulations on your sub, baby. Welcome to month 10. And good morning. Hi. You just missed a little bit. I was a little frazzled. So this is still before court. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Huh? Yes, Mr. Nick. Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Yes. Thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? trial starting. So how are you today, Ash? Doing okay? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix writes, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. Do you really think this trial is that important? It's not the OJ trial, girl. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name of yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say, women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Hang on one moment. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique. A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is, yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes. Yes. Yes, this is super weird. The weirdest courtroom. No one on the prosecutor's side has any respect for the judge. Or at least she doesn't. But the others are also kind of disrespectful. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? Yes, I also agree on that. It does look like she's drinking from a can of paint. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. By the way, next time it goes to this zoomed out view, notice how you can see Mia's boobs, even in that drawing. They really made sure that they drew her boobs in that picture. Order, order, order. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. But I mean, it is a boobalicious dress when she possesses an 8-year-old's body. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I just wanted to look at something. Whoever the killer was, they were wearing an orange 9, or Magatama. What color is... Oh, we can't see. But Pearl wears it with the pearls, obviously. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. I just noticed how weird his ear looks. Look at it. Who drew his ears? And his eyebrow. Has he always looked like that? Is this recent? Am I losing my mind? Cheers. Just water. That is a very weird ear. No, but the ear. Like, the circle looks... Has this person ever seen a human ear? That does not look correct. Either way. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. Falsities, sorry, when they arise. Look at her ear. Okay, from that angle, it also looks weird. But when she had her head leaned down, it looked normal. That's right, she is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It looks better that way. His eyebrow's still weird, but the ear looks better that way. Why is she making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Okay, so Pearl wears a blue Magatama, or at least she does today. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. How does that make her a foreigner? I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Yes. Keep going. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? Wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, Miss Faye, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? I don't believe that. Keep going. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... This witness did not and could not have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from her room. Oh! That was an entire paragraph. But yeah, I see your point. Hang on. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. Don't worry about it, Ash. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could escape from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well now what? Yes, question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. See? Boobs. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. it looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. And that's gonna be Eni. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butts. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. That is... Be quiet. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eni Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eni Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eni Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Oh, shut up. Shut up. That is not the way to talk to a judge. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? What? Like, I guess... If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. I'm just gonna pour some apple juice. It's the same one as always. Not sponsored. I just like this juice. After the murder, witness testimony. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room like really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Hang on, I'm just screwing the cork back on. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. Yes, Meeny Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Ash, question. In Japan, do you drive on the right side of the road or the left side of the road? I was murdered by that person. Yes, flashback to opening sequence. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair. Isn't it, Edie? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. Left side of the road, because it used to be a British colony. So, it hasn't been established where the game takes place, but Eni got out of the car on the right, through the right door. So I think Eni was driving. I think it's a left side car, and Eni was driving. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as truth. The end. Did I miss a thing there? Or did I just distract myself with my thing? What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Venus. Mia, what do you mean? It's well construed, but that's all it is. Constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examine will reveal the real truth behind this murder. There wasn't? Huh. I will read that later, but thank you. Could you post it in Discord for me, or did you already? I see that I have 2 Discord messages. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last one. After the murder, cross-examination. Like, when the channeling started, I was like, sleeping in the side room? Oh, okay. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right, yeah. I like, think there was sesame seeds in, like, the lunch they served that day? I had this, like, premonition that it was totally gonna be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Like, something like that, I think. Wait, you had lunch before 11 a.m.? Or did she mean lunch from the previous day? Am I drunk? I'm not. But am I? Did she? 11 a.m.? Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. Oh, okay. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room. I should just not talk. This game. Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like you should have been more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Ah. That makes sense. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Tell me more. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Third, I'm asking about your sister. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with a surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But maybe if I was someone who didn't know about the occult, but I know all about the crane channeling technique. Oh, okay. Yeah, what she said. Wait, what did I miss? Should I drop this line of questioning? No, never drop a line of questioning. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Yes. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Ah, yes, good. Okay, I'm totally cool with that. I wasn't scared at all, and her costume looked totally normal. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Yeah, nothing was weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Huh? Is everything okay? Can I, go on? Well, she was covered in blood, your sister. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible. I know there has to be something in here that I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. I forgot to push on the last one. Something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Huh? Didn't I just, tell you about it? Did you, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speak foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Yes. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Sure, no problem. I'll even tell it, all spooky-like for you. I wish I could, push on these. but I guess not. So we don't really need this. I forgot that it was an entire fucking cutscene. So she's even on the left side of the road there. So either she swerved across the other lane and managed not to hit anyone, or she was already on the left side because she was driving on the left side. Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I like too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know what? I think I know what's wrong. Yeah. Her costume was totally normal. She's normally covered in blood. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. I don't know. I guess we'll get to that point. But I think she accidentally killed her sister. I no longer think that the wrong sister is dead, but I think she killed her sister. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order, Miss Miney. What is the meaning of this? Miss Miney? Hang on just a moment. I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. What are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Yes, thank you for not saying 360. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2, testimony. What if what? Like, the side room was kinda dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. But... Totally could be it. Yes. Did you read a guide? Mr. Wright is not satisfied. Alright, I guess not. I don't remember if that's the actual solution, but it might be. Very well, you may question the witness. After the murder, part 2. It doesn't say what time he was killed. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, no, it only says stabbed in chest, then shot. And it doesn't say there either. Like, the side room was like kinda dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Dark is also a subjective opinion, for fuck's sake. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? Thank you. You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. That is not your fucking call, bitch. You're not the judge. Okay. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. A lawyer is never angry. Happy thoughts, big smile. Like, okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. Except when he's not. So, like, the costume's like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood. Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Meanie Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with a whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure? Was there anything else you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, when do you mean? When you, were going to the crime scene. Because you should have ran into Pearl. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Press harder. Sorry. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Yes. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good, I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know, we have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay. Present. This. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Huh? Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah, I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I? No, it looks like you still don't understand, though. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. Where is... Oh, here. Here is baby girl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes? And how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh. Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Ah! Was that a, when she did that thing, was that a, what's the word? Foreshadowing? I think it was. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Oh. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Ah! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? No, there is no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because clearly there is a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Didn't I just point out the contradiction? Hang on. I did. I feel like I did anyway. Plus, if Morgan doesn't claim to have burned the clothes, the channeling chamber is up there, and she must have gone through the winding way, or as it's also called, the garden. The center garden. The winding way is just the like pathway, the deck, if you will. So it's in the evidence. The answer is in the court record. What? Planning to throw out another irrelevant piece of evidence? Yes. Yes. Very well, the court will see this evidence. Wait, Mia? I don't know what you plan on showing to the court, but I can guarantee the answer is not there. Just this once, I'll lend you a hand. Now rethink your answer. Alright. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. Contradiction? Where is this contradiction? So I guess it's the testimony, because we just went through it. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. That was a mean face, but it was only for like 3 frames. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Ah! Boop. Yes, I'm gonna keep pointing out the boobs, because I just want to point out that this game is a little objectification-y. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Hang on. Which is why. That's almost the Swedish name for I don't know the English name for this type of dog. It's a puppy. Google this, Ash, and tell me what it's called in English. Google that. Or Google mops in Swedish. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, please. Pug! I knew that. Yes. It's a pug. Huh. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Well, obviously in the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber? Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's... why that... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind here? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Oh, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Oh, mean face. Very mean face. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Slimeball. Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. See? Ha! She is not Eenie, she is Mimi. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box, no person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lada disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can, with some evidence, bitches. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The folding screen. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Yes. What on the... I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. It did. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, this clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. And also one of the jackets. The kimonos? Do we call them kimonos? Or kimonos? Yes. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Boobs. Order. So what are you saying, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along, and you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my clients. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. No, Mimi Miney is her sister, so we don't have the whole thing. We have Eenie, Mimi, Miney. We don't have a Mo, but that's probably their dad. This whole thing that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene. pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. True. It really is impossible for one person to do all of this preparation, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? Well, you can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Oh, this person. If it wasn't someone from Crime Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Faye. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? Yes, absolutely. Pearls helped commit a murder. What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Oh, okay, she's about to do the big, super scary face thing. You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? Boobs. I guess she doesn't do the scary face. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. I don't know why I'm leaning all this way, by the way. Yeah. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang! Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen is so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang! After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her costume with the blood. Click. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Now she's doing the angry face then, with a yell. No? No? Did they decide to skip that? Ha. Ha ha ha. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix writes, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's... yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. What does this say again? Oh, yes. The car accident. Let's... I hope it's actually this. I'm not sure, but I think it's this. Huh. Just as I thought, you bore me with your silly answers, Mr. Phoenix writes. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing. What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted a revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence that he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix writes. You failed to support your own theory. Did I really? The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix writes. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. Yes, there is. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix writes. You should really learn your place. Oh! What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's just as I, told you. Oops. Huh? I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. No. But, no. Oh, thank you. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright? You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia? Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove that Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Yeah, of course I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on, no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Ha ha ha! Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix writes. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Ah! But Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. To be continued. Do I want to save? Yes, I always want to save. You never know when there's a sudden power outage and shit goes crazy. Although that might fry the save anyway. Whatever. Okay. Okay. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. And yes, it's a 5-minute recess. It's not a lunch break. It's a 5-minute recess. She is. She's super cute. She's just a complete fucking bitch. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ah, Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Because her dad is fucking... No, did he... He fled. Or is he in jail? I don't remember. I think he fled. Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Agree to disagree. Don't you have something better to be worried about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. And her eyeliner is super on point. Super on point. I can't do eyeliner like that. And I'm twice her age. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Yes, we will. Insert this, no, Real Housewives meme. (12:10 p.m.) Courtroom number 2. Oops. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying oops. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive? I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Thank you. Okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Witness testimony, last year's accident. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired when she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Last year's accident, cross-examination. That was like last year in May? Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like that was in May too. Like the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd? And like our accident was like on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines like got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister? Mimi might. Like, no way! Dr. Gray like wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis. And like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Well, she does have a driver's license. Like, okay, anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. Okay, let's go back. Wait. Oh, whatever. I guess we'll get to that. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like it was at like 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flames around me. Oh, wait. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. I like opened the door and like got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I like gave an interview after the accident. Like that would probably be the most accurate, you know. If it's that article, then I've already got it. I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her. And that's why you were in the passenger seat. Like, yeah, I was like at my college's research lab till like really late. So my sis was like giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix? Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testament. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. And it's right at the end of it. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic doctor? Yes, that perverted fake clinic doctor. And how did you know he was Ow! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year's lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? Did I not say director? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ow! Well, the doctor is the director. If you're the director of a hospital and you're wearing a doctor's coat, you're a doctor-director. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Ha. Suitable line. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Don't you stand there, to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Like, how annoying. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Witness testimony. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I wouldn't be allowed cross-examination. And this is where we get her with the right side door. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called. Permits? Wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ugh. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever? Yes, we're gonna press hard. Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it? She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had like just gotten it. It was like from the UK. See? See? The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? I'm sorry, I just need a moment here. Okay, and it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Press harder. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes. Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. But to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yeah, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? You, what do you know? That sleek-shaped Okay, this is definitely a car girl. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path, I know it. Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Let me just... it's... page 2. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? You just quoted it, or you just referred to it. Huh? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger seat would be the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. If you were sitting there, that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Oops. Order. Order in the court. Order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Amy said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Amy said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix? It looks like you've finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Amy or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? And the answer is Eeny Miny, of course. Why would you say that? Miss Eeny Miny just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow? I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Eeny Miny had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. Okay, fine. So Mimi was driving. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. No, if you have a learner's permit, you're allowed to drive with a licensed driver. So she could have been, training. But you just said the witness, Miss Eeny Miny, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... I mean, sure, I'd played it before, but I knew it. Mimi Miney, that's your real name. Oh, all the foolish dribble. Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeon used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Eeny Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? Okay, now she's gonna do scary face. We don't get to see scary face? Yes. Extra gasp. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eeny Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eeny. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. Alive! Sorry. And that fact would have been discovered had the channel been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying? That is what I'm saying. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Von Karma, why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? But why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Mine wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse, a nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. And she's worn that sweater every day since. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did this Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! 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 And one more for good measure. Oh, for fuck's sake. Arrest her. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. Yeah, go back home to Germany then. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Wow. Boobs. That is all. This court is adjourned. The clothes must be magic, by the way. Because then she transforms back into an 8-year-old girl and she's not falling out of the clothes. I don't understand how that works. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Oh, so cute. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent. I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Like, her boobs are almost falling out of that outfit. I'm sorry, I'm a woman. I know how clothing works on boobs. It has to be like this close to the nipple. There's still one thing I don't get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? Well, she is in the body of an 8-year-old. The 8-year-old doesn't need double-sided tape. The 8-year-old isn't wearing double-sided tape. And the 8-year-old walked into the courtroom without wearing double-sided tape. There is no double-sided tape. There is no Hollywood tape. Nope. I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know, but I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. Huh? I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. Every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help me Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... do we have... We don't have a profile of their mom. So what am I supposed to use? Okay, fine, let's use Amy. Huh? I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. Even I don't really know why Morgan cooperated with me. No! But... Okay, I'm sorry for skipping that. I guess I thought I'd get another chance. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. What? What? My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be Master of Crane, dear child. Oh, that's who I was supposed to use. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. Oh, I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout, the end. A brand new episode has been added. But you know what? You know what? Sure, let's save. Let's go back and do that again. Sure, it was a little bit, but we can fast forward through this now. And yes, we get to see the start of the next case. But I want to see what happens if we tell her it's Pearl. This will be... we are going to continue a little longer. It's not even been 2 hours. So we're going to watch this, and then we're gonna go back and replay it. Maximilian Galactica can fly. And disappear. And now it's December. Oh, right, because that was a flashback, and we were actually in September. It takes such a long time. Aww. Baby Pearl. This, by the way, clock, is the body that Mia was in. She's not wearing double-sided tape. Okay. We are gonna go back and load this. Exactly. Exactly. So where would Mia get the tape from? So let's just blow through this real quick. Well, no, she's psychic. She's not magic. Okay. So what were we doing? Let's just get through this real quick. Blah 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 blah. Okay, your sister was tired. Press harder. Oh, why didn't you switch? And present the driver's license picture. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Witness testimony. I just really want to see what happens if I tell her that it's Pearl. Well, I have played the game before. Some things did stay in my mind. And the way they said that she got out of the right car door, I mean, they specifically said that in the news article. Oh, oops, wrong button. Yeah. Mimi was driving. And this is Mimi. It would be interesting to play the Japanese version. Or just the rest of the games. Because there are... I don't remember what I said last time I talked about this with Ash, but I think there are like 6 or 8 games in the series. But PlayStation only has 3 of them. So I haven't played the 3rd game at all. And I'm not gonna. So you're gonna see me look really dumb when we get to the 3rd game. Because I don't actually know the answers. And we are almost done. And now the hat is actually torn. Either that or she found tissue somewhere. And she wanted to disappear because she was about to be accused of or go to jail because of the deaths. Okay, we are almost done. And now we have the severe assault again. I mean, if a person passes out, that's like extreme assault, isn't it? At least according to Swedish law. There are 3 levels of assault according to Swedish law. Minor assault, and major assault. If you need a doctor or medical assistance of some sort, it's major assault. And you can actually consent to assault according to Swedish law, but not major assault. You can only consent to minor assault or normal assault. And there we have it. And now I'm gonna do what I should have done. In a moment, once it happens, there we go. Okay, options, save, here, yes. Because we are gonna get back to that after this. So this is Mia, and she was in the body of this 8-year-old child. Okay. Pearl was the reason. Let's try that. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Crine Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The branch family, my aunts. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Huh? Did Maya say something just now? I think what she was saying was, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Khura'in, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. Chance will present itself. Your time will come. Okay, I am just gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then we're gonna start case 3. Just a little bit. Not the entire thing, but a little bit. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Okay, let's go. Let's actually start number 3 this time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. The world's greatest magician. The one, the only, Maximilian Galactica. December 26, 8:12 p.m. Very big circus entrance. Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball, not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica, he was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician. A magician? Oh, poor sheltered little girl. Yes, a magician. I know I pronounced it differently, so yeah. We're moving. Mr. Nick? Huh? What is it, Pearls? Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits? I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls? I'm sorry. Oh, she is so cute. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Crane Village, and it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self. Ah, it's time to go. You're right. We can't miss the last train. Pearls, you remember the train? Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year. Don't worry about it, really. You're going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I am glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. Pearly, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick. She is so cute. Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. December 28th, 9:12 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Yes. Well, today wraps it up for this year. I hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. And the phone rings. Hello? This is the Wright & Co. Law... Nick, it's terrible! Oh, Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess and I have to clean it up. What are you talking about? My dirty office? What are you talking about? Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV. The TV? Now let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Very Big Circus. That's the circus we went to, right? They're saying that there was a murder? Yeah, they arrested him too. Arrested who? Max! They arrested Max Galactica. Maximilian Galactica, fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Well, with that upper body, yeah. A teenage girl with a man not wearing a shirt and that upper body. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. Huh? What? See you there. You've still got plenty of time to clean up your office later. What? Click. Move. I guess we're going to the detention center. December 28th, 11:19 a.m. Detention center, visitors room. What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max? You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing. Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous. What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events. What's with all this fabulous talk? Hi. Welcome to the visitors room. It's Max! Nick, look, it's a real Maximilian Galactica. Alright, sweetie, pick a card. Any card. He called me sweetie. Nick! Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. This one? Uh-huh. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts. Oh, he got it, Nick, look, he got it! What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valuable possessions. One of Maximilian Galacticus' hearts. Max! Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time. Max, you should let Nick pick a card. I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are... Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Or driver? Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, Sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you? Well, yes. I'm your biggest fan. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Huh. Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling? I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Yes. Exactly. All of a sudden, it's back to the shape-shifting detective with the psychics and tarot cards. Oh, yes! Absolutely fabulous! You have to do that when it's all caps fabulous. Absolutely cringe-inducing. That too. Okay. Talk. Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself. Fabulous! Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better too. Why don't you come sit here next to me? How old is Max? There's a big piece of security glass between us. Okay, I guess I can get over 3 years of age difference. But he's, let's go with flamboyant, if you know what I mean. Oh, sweet Jeebus, what in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Speaking of straight. Geez, people nowadays, they get their panties all in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you've won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous! I won the Magician's Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians, or as they call themselves, AIM. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day. Wow, that's incredible. Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. Ash. Really? I'm going to guess you didn't win a trophy for the most modest magician. Okay. You are signed to an exclusive contract with a very big circus, correct? That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know. Magic is so fabulous. You have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie. You're right. You're so right. However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on in there. Huh? What do you mean? That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the very big circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie? Yes. I made all the old crusty circus performances obsolete. but I kind of like the circus performances. Mine looks a bit down. Tell me what happened at the very big circus. Ah, last night, the ringmaster was murdered. The ringmaster? You mean Russellberry? Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Questioned you about what? About everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening, in his room. Now why were you arrested? Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters. That's all. Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is. She's right. I think I should shock him back to reality. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster. Uh-huh. What did you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max? It was nothing. Small talk, really. We were just having a chat about my salary. Salary? I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you? Yes? That's all you talked about? Of course, it was a fabulous job. Oh. Except it wasn't. Just fabulous. I mean, ugh. Now he's got me saying it. What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape. Move. Wait. Percent. I do have that. I don't think we're gonna convince him to tell us anything yet, though. But I think this is a good point to stop. I think it's going to be a long day to get to the end of the first day of the investigation. So let's just leave off here for now. I am going to move to the law offices though, so I'll be less confused later. Thank you so much for hanging out, and sorry that it was a short stream yesterday, but now we are actually on case 3. And since tomorrow is Friday, there's another normal stream tomorrow. I haven't quite yet decided what I'm streaming, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. I promise. Fabulous. Have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye.